This is Katie coming to you from Lynchburg, Virginia, working with the Girl Scouts of Virginia Skyline Council. Thank you so much for joining our virtual Camp In, Camp Out experience. I have a really fun activity that we're going to do, but before we kind of hop in, I just want to give a quick shout out to all of our current members. Thank you so much for supporting us. Please remember to renew your membership, and to anybody who is interested in joining our council, we would love to have you and to have your support. Okay, so today for this virtual Camp In, Camp Out experience, we're going to be making constellations out of mini marshmallows and toothpicks. And all that you need are mini marshmallows and toothpicks, and some sort of reference guide to help you guide you along as you're making your constellation. Some sort of picture reference will work just fine. I have mine pulled up on my computer. So I guess the place to start is just a general overview of what constellations are. And if you've ever looked up into the night sky and seen those bright twinkly things that we know as stars, constellations are basically imaginary groups of stars that are formed by the empty spaces in between clusters of stars. So they're groups of stars that have been assigned to be certain things by people in different places of the world and over years and years of time, but they hold a lot of mythological reference, and they hold a big part of our history. So it's pretty cool to learn all about them. There's a lot of research and knowledge out there, so I encourage you to do some on your own. But I found a pretty good website. It's called the 5 Major Constellations that everybody can find no matter where you are. So I thought that would be a good place for us to start today. So all that you need to do is grab your bag of mini marshmallows and open them right up. And depending on which constellation you're going to make will determine how many mini marshmallows and toothpicks that you need. But I thought a good one to start is kind of a fan favorite, the Little Dipper. The Little Dipper's scientific name is Ursa Minor, or Little Bear. So I have a little reference pulled up, and I'm going to get to crafting on my Little Dipper. And hopefully once I'm done, you guys can kind of recognize the shape that I'm making. So let's see. So I'm going to, I think, start by making my shapes first, and then I'll attach the marshmallows when I'm ready. So the Little Dipper is built primarily out of 4 stars that make the shape of a square, like so. And then it has this kind of long, crinkled tail. So I'm going to go up. And again, just basing it off of the picture that I have in front of me. And down. And kind of edit it as you go. It won't be exactly right, because obviously the distance in between the toothpicks won't be exactly like what we have in the night sky, but it's the thought that counts. Just kind of use your imagination. So, okay, here's a good outline of the Little Dipper. Turn you guys a little bit. And now I'm going to go ahead and add my marshmallows. And you can typically put a toothpick, at least 2 toothpicks, into each marshmallow to connect them. And I think a really fun way to do this activity would be to actually go outside one night with a parent or guardian, of course, and kind of lay in your front or backyard or wherever you have space and see what you can see in the night sky. And then when you're done, you can run inside and make a little creation of what you were able to see with your eyes. I think I shared it in a recent or a past virtual program. Google Sky Maps is a really great resource. That's where you can kind of take your phone and just hold it up, and it'll show you exactly what's above you, even if there are clouds in the way, which is pretty neat. Okay, so that is my Little Dipper, otherwise known as Ursa Minor or Little Bear. Let's see if there's any interesting facts. Let's see. So, okay, so this is, I guess, known as the handle, the Little Dipper's handle, or Little Bear's tail. And this is known as the cup, or the bear's side. I've never known it as Little Bear. I've always known it as the Little Dipper. But there's that one. Let me keep scrolling and see what else we can make. Let's make Taurus, or the bull. So this says that Taurus is located above Orion and is often identified first by the large red star Aldebaran, which is near the fork of the bull's horn. So let's build our bull first, and then we'll see if that statement makes more sense. So based on the picture that I'm seeing, Taurus starts with, I need two to make it long enough. One long line, almost an identical parallel long line, like that. And then it's got this weird little tail situation. It's kind of comes out a little bit, then goes back down. And like so. So that again is Taurus, or the bull. So the bottom horn, so I'm assuming this, because that's more horn-like, is home to the Crowd Nebula. That's another constellation. And it says it can typically be admired by the naked eye. So you should be able to just, if you pay enough attention, this should be one of the ones that you can just look up and see pretty frequently. So let's build this guy. And again, constellations are just formed by a group or a cluster of stars that have kind of like connecting the dots, but you're connecting the stars. And based on how those dots are connected in your mind or historically, that forms what we know as a constellation. It's pretty cool stuff. One here. Whoops. I would say the constellation that I see most often is the Little Dipper. Okay, so there is our Taurus, aka the bull. Switch it up so you guys can see it a little bit better. Love it. Let's put him over there. See what else we can make. Okay, Gemini, or the twins. So let's see. The twins can be found above and to the side of the hunter's raised arm. This constellation very much resembles two stick figure twins with outstretched arms touching. Okay, so let me make what I see. Hopefully that'll make sense to you guys at home. So let's see. So based on the picture that I'm looking at, it looks like it's kind of this long cup. It's almost like a pot. So it's like a U with a little lip at the edge, just like that. Okay. Both twins have torso, arms, and legs, and the twin on the left appears to be lifting a leg, perhaps doing a little jig. So I'm assuming that's what this part is, because this is really only turned a little bit. So again, this is Gemini, or the twins. I think I've ever seen this one. I think in doing this too, it'll help you kind of retain this information. So maybe you can learn some stuff about constellations, and then the next time that you're just kind of out and about and looking up, you'll be able to recognize it because you made it and you're familiar with it now. So that's pretty neat. So easy. Okie doke. this is our Gemini, the twins. So here's our Gemini. Let's see if I can set them to where you guys can see all of them. This is, let me see, our Taurus or the bull. And here is Ursa Minor or the Little Dipper. So fun! So remember, just get creative, do some research, pick out the constellations that you find the most interesting, and just see what you're able to make. If you don't have marshmallows or toothpicks available to you, you can do this with rocks and sticks. You can do it with sidewalk chalk, or just even a pencil and paper. But have fun with this. Thank you so much for joining us on this virtual Camp In, Camp Out experience. Thank you.